Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Travis with Big Boy Toy Reviews, back with another review. This time we are reviewing Motoko Kusanagi, or Kusanagi Motoko, whichever way you want to say it, whether you're Japanese or English. You can say it either way, but this is FIGMA 237. This, as far as this anime goes, I am familiar with it quite a bit. The thing about it is it's a kind of a complicated anime. Give me 1 second here. I'm having a little issue. I'm gonna pause the video for a moment. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to cut the video for a second. I had a little issue. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on in anime that will confuse you if you didn't watch it from the start. So either way, it's a really good anime. I think they made this. I think this is in celebration of the 25th anniversary of Standalone Complex. And I'm really excited that they finally made a figure of her. I've been wanting a figure of her for a while from FIGMA, and they seem to make mostly female figures, and she's a pretty popular figure, a pretty popular character when it comes to anime. And I was always surprised that they hadn't made one of her yet. So I am excited that they did make one of her. I do have another figure of her from another company, but I'm a fan of FIGMA, so I wanted to get one from them. But anyway, here's the box. Here's the back of the box. We got some product shots on the back. This is another side, a really good picture of her. And then we got the top of the box here. And then we have the bottom of the box. So pretty standard FIGMA box, nothing special here. Gonna go ahead and break her open. We're gonna get her out the box, take a look at what comes in the clamshell, and I'll be right back. All right, so we got her out of the box here, and got her in a clamshell. We can kind of see what she comes with here. There's the character herself, of course. She has two alternate faces, an alternate hairpiece, looks like it's blowing in the wind, like a little pistol, some kind of machine gun with a silencer, looks like, and looks like another piece of her chest. So let's go ahead and pop her out the clamshell. And if you know anything about FIGMA, she also comes with the standard things that all FIGMAs come with, which is a baggie, a rack of hands, and a stand, which is great. I love FIGMA for that. Thank you very much. And then they come with the instructions. I heard it's always good to look at the instructions. I tend not to, but I do appreciate FIGMA these days. They have been giving you two sides to the instruction manual. So as you can see, there's the picture of her breast. As you can apparently take off, I guess, to kind of get that pose. And here's the other side in English. So they have become aware of the their growing customer base in the United States, or English-speaking companies. So, not English-speaking companies, English-speaking countries. So I definitely appreciate that they're looking out for their customer base. It's always good. Before we take a look at the figure itself, let's go ahead and get all the accessories out the box, and we'll take a look at those first. Okay, so we have the accessories here, and I'll show them to you one at a time. First, let's take a look at the weapons that she comes with. She comes with a nice machine gun, nicely sculpted, just a basic, I guess you can say it's like a dark gray. Pretty much the same on both sides. She can hold it really well. Then it comes with this silencer, which is basically the same color as the gun, and it just goes on the tip here. Bam, like that. It does add a little bit more character to the gun itself. So I like that little addition. Then she comes with a smaller gun, like a little pistol. It's also nicely sculpted. So that's that. Then her two faces, her two alternate faces, and those are done really well. She has one screaming face clearly and one straight face. Actually, this face right here, I think, is the default face. I was messing around with her and changed the faces out, so I think that's actually the default face. But here's her angry face. And as you can see, the paint is done really well. The eyes are really nice, nicely painted. Mouth is nicely sculpted and everything. So that's always good. Same with this face. It's nicely sculpted. She has a nice little expression on it, looking straight, so that's always good. Not a fan of faces like this that have them looking off in other directions, but what can you do? That's basically all she comes with as far as accessories. She also comes with a rack of hands. I'm not going to show them off individually, so we'll just show them off like this. Trying to cut these videos down. So she has open hands. She has gun holding hands with a slight tilt. Fist hands. It looks like a little wider grip hand, probably for the machine gun handle. And she has another open hand, another tilting holding things hand. Where was I at? I just dropped it. One of the hands fell off. Oh, god damn it. Stop falling off. Alright, and there's the other fist hand. Then she has this extra hand here, which is for holding the butt of the gun. I'll show that off a little later in the video so you can see what that's used for. Oh, and I forgot to show her alternate breast, her alternate boobies here. Alright, get all that stuff out the way and we'll get to the figure itself. The figure's done really nicely. This is the other face. So it's more of an angry face, looking straight, which I definitely appreciate. Giving us, I wish all the faces were just looking straight. Then you can just turn the head to pose her in the way that you want her to look. But the hair is done really nicely. They did a good job at capturing the likeness of her. She looks just like her. You really probably couldn't get any more perfect than this. The bangs are done really well. Her hair, especially the front of it, is done really well. Sculpted all the way around. I'm not a fan of the top of the hair. I do think that they could have did a little better job at putting some more work into the sculpt to get, to make it look more like hair instead of just a purple bald spot. But you can't complain too much. We got a figure of the, I guess, the sergeant, I think she is, or the major, that's what they call her, major. So I'm not going to complain. What I really like and what I really am a fan of is the two-tone, or the different material. Like it's kind of like layering. So they got this rubbery material. I guess it's not really rubbery. I guess it's just shiny plastic, but it looks like leather. So they kind of got two different layers of material going on here, with the shiny plastic and then the matte plastic, which I really like. They sculpted this really nicely with the wrinkles. I mean, you really can't get any better than that, These do take advantage of some of the 2.0 body pieces. I do believe that the elbow joint is a 2.0 joint. it would have been really nice if they gave her the same kind of shoulders that they gave Saber 2.0, because this figure did come out after Saber, so it would have made sense to have given her that same kind of, I don't know, telescopic shoulder where it kind of pops out and you can get her arm across her chest better, especially for a figure like this. You want to pose her extremely dynamic because she's very mobile, she's very agile in the anime, and you would expect her to be agile as a figure as well. So it would have been nice to have had that kind of polycap joint that could pull out to get her arm across her chest better. But you know, it is what it is. It's still a nice figure either way. I just want to point out some things that could have been done better. As far as her chest, it's done really well. Her boobs are a good size. I mean, they're a good size in the anime, so I'm not surprised. The sculpt in her stomach, you can even see what would be a belly button right there. Her belt is done really nicely. So I mean, the figure in all is done really nicely. And what's also cool about it, they got this really shiny plastic here, and then they got like a faint shine on the jeans or on the pants. So they kind of make it, they're doing the layering of different textures, you know, from the really shiny to the matte to the just subtle shine on the pants. Then we got some more matte on the boots, and the boots are done really well, sculpted really well. It looks, I mean, they got it spot on as far as what the major looks like in the anime. So I'm really excited about that. Let's get to articulation here. Her head moves down that much. It can look up that much. It's a typical FIGMA joint in the head here. Let's see. I'll just take this off so I can show you. It's a similar joint that they use. To me, it looks like the same kind of joint that they kind of use in the elbow. So that's always nice. So you get a lot of movement out of that joint. The only thing that hinders any movement would be due to whatever the sculpt is, usually the hair sculpt, or if the character has some kind of collar or something like that. And before I put the head back on, she does have movement in her neck. This is a soft plastic, semi-soft plastic, so it doesn't hinder the articulation really going forward. A little bit, it does definitely back, but going forward it doesn't. So we put her head back on there. Her shoulders, they have the that typical slit piece there, so you can get her arms going all kinds of ways. So and it doesn't get hindered by any of the sculpt. So that's always good. Some people don't like the little cutout there. They think it makes it look bad. I think it's fine. She does have an upper bicep swivel. She can get a little bit better than 90 degrees on the elbow. She has ball peg wrists, so you can get those doing all kind of things. She has an upper ab crunch, which I think works very well. She can go forward that much without using the waist joint. She can go back. If I stand up straight, can't really go back. Can't go back that much. But when you get the waist joint, which is part of the I guess wide joint hips or wide joint legs here, you can get her going all around. Like, she has a lot of mobility in that joint. Unfortunately, you get some gappage when you do that. So I wouldn't, be posing her weight too crazy, but she can get it. And so when you include that waist joint, she can go back a lot, and she can go forward a lot more, as you can see. Let me get her straight. So back, forward a little bit more. So that's always good. And I already told you about the leg joints. She can do the splits really well. Basically almost 180 across there. So that's nice. She does have a slight upper thigh swivel there. She has single jointed knees that go that much, so you can get good motion out of that. She can kick up. She can kick up without losing her leg. She really can. She can kick up that much, which is good. I mean, she is a martial arts type of character, so she should be able to kick nice and high. Her ankle joint there can go up that far, can go down that far. She does have a toe hinge. It's not too bad. And she does have nice ankle pivot. So all in all, a fantastic figure. Let me go ahead and I'm going to swap out her face and show you what she looks like with some of her guns. Actually, before I show you posed with her guns, I want to show you the little gimmick that she has with her chest. So you take off this chest. You take off that chest and you put on the other chest, but it's supposed to give her more range across to her chest. But if you take a look, if my camera will focus, if you take a look at these two pieces, they're not that big. It's not that big of a difference. I honestly don't remember which chest it is. I think it's this one, so I might have already had it on her. I don't know which one I grabbed. I forgot that quickly, but I think it's this one that's supposed to be, but they're not that big of a difference. I mean, these breasts do look a little more smushed in, but it's not that big of a difference. Okay, so here she is with the machine gun in hand, and I mean, she can get it. She can pose with it quite well. I'm not mad at that. She can hold it with no problem. As you can see, the hands that I put on her, she can split the fingers there and get it in, get it on the trigger really nice. Then she can hold that little butt of the gun. So it looks really realistic. So you can pose her like that. I typically pose her like this, where it's going to be kind of in between her arm and her waist there. So she can kind of have it like that. It looks more realistic to hold the gun that way. I don't know realistic for real. Maybe not realistic, but more anime accurate, I would say. It would be nice if it came with like like a blast effect or something like that to simulate shooting. But we got what we got. So that's that weapon. Okay, so here she is with her other gun. I did have to swap out both hands. I thought the other hand would fit in this gun, but they have a special trigger finger hand for this gun too. So as you can see, I was telling you about how this hand would work. It's just kind of a hand to simulate her holding the butt, or I guess you could say the butt of the gun. Typically when you see policemen holding guns, I guess they kind of hold it like that. And I guess you can kind of simulate. Let me see if I can get that pose that was on the box. I'm talking about this pose right here. If you can see if I can get that pose really quick. It's not as easy as it looks, but I can try a little bit. I'm not going to swap the face out, but you can kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? See if I can move that. She does come with, I think I forgot to mention that she does also come with an extra wrist peg. So if you break this one, which can definitely happen, so if you break it, you got a replacement. That's pretty standard with Figmas now, which thank you Figma. Wish other companies would appreciate their customers as much as you do. Hint, hint. But I guess that's kind of it. I mean, I'm not really about to go into great detail on that. I mean, you get the gist. That's what it kind of looks like. So anyway, to wrap this thing on up, I think she's a great figure. I think she's an awesome figure, actually. There are very few gripes that I have about her, really none. Just kind of things that I was pointing out, so not really even any negatives, really. I would most likely have her posed with this dynamic hairpiece because I think that looks a lot better. You know, I always like the hair blowing in the wind. That's my favorite, always. So I would probably pose her with that, probably with the submachine gun. I think that's called a submachine gun. I don't know. I'm not a gun person. But yeah, I think she's an awesome figure, and I think she's worth getting. I think she's definitely still available in most on most websites. So, and she hasn't really gone up in price. So you better snatch her up before she does, because I don't know if they're going to be making a whole bunch more of her. If they do, I'll be getting them. I'm not going to lie. I would like a version of her in her original outfit, which is just the bikini type style outfit. I would appreciate a figure like that. So Good Smile Company, get on that. Figma, get on that. But anyway, that's it for the review, guys. As always, keep on collecting and stay safe. I'll see you next time. Peace.